All right, hey, Bibs of the Gridiron. Let's go. Week 5 review. I'm going to wait until after waivers go through to do the preview, so it won't be a 30-minute video, it'll just be the review. Uh, let's start with mine and Deke's matchup. Undefeated? Nope, said it wrong. Winless. 0 and 5. Now, who wouldn't pick yourself to win? I picked me to win. I lost. Um, Deshaun Watson traded him to Deke, put up 30 points on me. Good for him. Miles Sanders, stud. 74-yard run against Pittsburgh was a thing of beauty. 22 points. There's where I thought I was going to win it. I thought Sanders was going to have a bad day, so I thought that was going to be me to win. Hollywood Brown finally had a good day. 14, almost 15 points. CeeDee Lamb, is he the number one in Dallas? It's playing like it. Got the most targets this week. And then Jalen Smith from Dallas for Deke, 11.5 points. So really good. If Derek had a stinker, it took us all by surprise, was Eric Ebron. Everybody thought he would do well against Philly, and he didn't. So wouldn't have been so bad had he not fumbled, but he did. So only one point. My team, Gardner Minshew, came out in style, had 23 points. It's not bad. For me, quarterback, that's good this year. Who else was good? Kenyon Drake scored a late touchdown to get points, but he wasn't good. But he got points. Jonathan Taylor traded Derek for him. He got 74 yards and a touchdown, so that's pretty good. Mike Evans, old steady Eddie, Danny Wynot's new toy. He got 10, so not bad. I had a few stinkers, though. Have you ever seen anybody trade their running back in the middle of their matchup, which they had an outside shot at winning? Now, I wouldn't have won, but Henry could have put up 25, but he didn't. Anyway, he's gone. Evans is gone. Here's my stinkers. Tyler Higbee, 1.2 points. DJ Chark, 1.6 points, left the game hurt. Devon White, I mean, his name's Devon. He's gotta suck. 2 points at the linebacker position, not ideal. So 0 and 5, not out of the playoff run, but out of the playoff run. Come get the players you want on my team. Give me picks for next year. Let's go. Rich, you know you want Madison. So that's my game. 0 and 1. I'm enjoying this year a lot more than last year. At least now I know I'm going to miss the playoffs. All right, match 2. Rich against Danny Wynot. Called this one. Called Rich. Got the win. Danny put up 85 points. Even I would have beat Danny. That's my yardstick for the rest of the year. If I'd have beat you, you did bad. Wouldn't have beat Rich, though. He had triple digits. I can't get there. All right. Studs. Good waiver pickup for Rich. Baker Mayfield put up 19 points at quarterback. Pretty good. Dalvin Cook, man, was he ever in line for a day. But got hurt. Now he's going to miss next week. But stud, 15 points. Travis Kelce, 17 points. Stud. Stephon Diggs, man, he looks good. 10.5 points. Myles Gaskin, 15 points against San Francisco. Really good. So those are the keys. Stinkers, Jerick McKinnon. Mostert's back. Yeah, that's about it for Rich. Not bad. Not great on defense. 16.5 points, but not going to crush you. Still, you'd like to have more. Over there on Danny's side, Drew Brees looked awful on TV, but had 22 points. And James Conner, 13. Should have had more. Chase Claypool stole a touchdown from him. Shouldn't be running in from the 2-yard line. That should be James Conner time. And Manny Sanders had a good day. He looked good too. But stinkers. Hayden Hurst. That Atlanta offense looked bad. Hayden Hurst, biggest stinker. Juju. 2.8 points for Juju. I thought Juju would have a good day because I thought Darius Slay would go on, the outside guy, but they just shut Juju down and Chase Claypool killed everybody. That's it. Yeah. So, called Rich. Rich won. 4-1. Tied for third. Thought this would be a better matchup, but unfortunate. The next one, Jason versus Spencer. Picked the right guy. Picked Jason to win. Jason put up high score of the week, I think. Yep, 143.5 points. But unfortunately for Spencer, he got massive injury. So Dak Prescott's foot was pointing the wrong direction. Tony Romo said it was a cramp. Not a cramp. I saw that happen to Moises Alou back in the day, and I can't get that out of my mind. I can't watch that injury. So let's talk about Jason. Who's a stud? Well, Kyler Murray's a stud. 380 passing yards and 1 touchdown. And 30 points to 10 points against the Jets. So 27 points for Kyler. 20 points for Josh Jacobs. 11 points for Waller. 21 points for Gurley. 14 points for Chris Carson. 13 points for Slayton. 14 points for Aaron Donald. If there's one disappointment on Han's team, and he's got a really good team, but Samari Cooper, where'd that guy go? So we'll see if Andy Dalton can smarten him up. Let's go over to Spencer's team. Mike Davis, man. 21 points. He might be RB1 since Christian McCaffrey got hurt. Will they let him play when McCaffrey comes back? Who knows? Tyreek Hill, 15 points. Jamison Crowder, 18 points essentially. Really good there. Kicker Kayemi Fairbairn, 12 points. Spencer suffered the old under 10 points for his defense, so that hurts. Stinkers. Kittle was a disappointment. 44 yards. Nothing else. But they got shellacked, and Jimmy G looked so bad. Losing to the Eagles, that might have been San Francisco's kryptonite. Looking down, just looking through the benches. Jason had, so Brandon Cooks, who saw that coming? 22 points. Bill O'Brien gone. Brandon Cooks, big day. So if I wouldn't have picked myself like an idiot, I'd be 3-0. But instead, I'm 2-1. All right, one of the other playoff teams versus probably the team that has had the worst luck in fantasy since we started this league 7 years ago, Graham. So, Yip and the Mahomies beat him by 75 points. I'd have beat Graham, but I'm not sure he can field a team every week. So let's look at it. Patrick Mahomes, 34 points. What a shocker. Ridley, 136 receiving yards, 13.6 points. One bright spot in Atlanta. Adam Thielen, 20 points. I think Adam Thielen's the wide receiver 1 right now. Who saw that coming? With Kirk Cousins as Devon's Kirk Cousins as a starter. We'll see how he does next week. Suck up, 13 points at kicker. That's really the big ones. And nobody did bad for you. I mean, Edwards-Helaire 8, Gesicki 9, Allen Robinson 9. So I guess Naheem Hines is still in his lineup. He's not doing anything since that first week. 3.23 points. And he got over 20 for his defense. I don't even... Graham. Did I mention Jimmy Garoppolo sucked? So Graham didn't play Wentz. I don't blame him. Wentz has looked bad, but Wentz basically had his best game of the season. He played Garoppolo. He did what I did. I did that with played Kirk Cousins, and he was minus. Garoppolo -4, got benched. They benched your captain. Mostert was good though. Mostert 12 points. That was really the bright spot. Oh, so I cut Greg Zerline because he sucked. And then he got 13 points this week for Graham. And I'm pretty sure that might double his total for the year. So, way to go, Graham. Zerline is his best scorer of the week, followed by Mostert. The biggest disappointment on Graham's team is Zach Ertz. Ertz sucks. He looks slow. He might be done. And that hurts because he's a great Eagle, but he might be done. Yeah. You can't really call, Jimmy G, bust of the week. Yep. Bust of the week. Jimmy G. I should start doing that. I'm going to start doing that. MVPs of the week overall, fantasy MVP of the week, and bust of the week. You'd like to think that it's not going to be Patrick Mahomes every week. But it might be. All right. Speaking of fantasy players that have no wins, it's my partner in crime at the bottom, Drew, versus a guy who is now 18-1, 19-1, 13-0 after the regular season, 14-1 last year, 5-0 this year. Devon's 19-1 in his last 20 fantasy games for this league. All right, so Devon crushed him by, I didn't add it, 40 points. So, who's awesome? Russell Wilson's awesome. Funny, he put up 29.5 points and basically in the second half because he did nothing in the first half. Hopkins, 19 points. Stud. Mark Andrews, 11.6. He's going to kill the Eagles this week. It's going to be a massacre. Will Fuller, good pickup, Devon, in the draft. Will Fuller and Ronald Jones, 12.8, 12.5. So good results there. Not great defense. Devon usually has pretty good defense. He's 5-0. I can't really criticize him, can I? Yeah, his defense sucks, but he's got his boy Bobby Wagner, and I'm sure he'll figure out the D-line and DB sooner or later. Disappointment of the week for Devon, Justin Jefferson. Funny stat of the week, he's got Steven Gostkowski, who had six points. If Steven Gostkowski had 6 points against me, I'd be 1-4. But no, when Han had him, he had 25. Other side, who's this Lamar Jackson guy and why can't he throw the ball? 16.5 for Lamar Jackson, not good. David Johnson, 10.3, not bad. And Robbie Anderson. If somebody needs a wide receiver and you don't want to pay like a ton of money or a ton of picks for him, call Drew. Get Robbie Anderson. The guy has been, let's look at his log. I don't know if he's been over 100 every week. Receiving yards. He had one game at 55. Listen to this. 114 and a touchdown. 109, unfortunately, lost fumble. 55 yards. 99 yards. And 115 total yards. The guy's balling out. Teddy B throwing him the ball. I'm going to guess Miles Jack didn't play. He had a 0 at the linebacker spot. So I'm going to guess Drew got hit again this week with the game time decisions. Like Julio was questionable all week, and then he was out. And then I'm going to guess Miles Jack was the same thing. And that kind of sucks. When guys like me and Drew are struggling like this, we don't need help. We don't need you to take our fantasy players out. We don't need them to get COVID-19. We just need them to play. We're not going to score a lot of points. We're not going to win, but at least let's make it competitive. I'm looking down on the bench. Devon had Devon Drew got 14 points on his bench. Unfortunately for Drew, it looks like Teddy Bridgewater might be his best quarterback right now. But you can't bench Lamar. Game of the week, I called it. I was wrong. So I got 4 out of 6 right. I picked me, got that one wrong. I picked Jason Calder. But I said if the Bills don't play, Dan Evans was going to win. I didn't bank on something. I didn't bank on Dan picking up Ryan Fitzpatrick and him going nuts. He had scored Patrick Mahomes this week. He is the anti-Jimmy G. So Dan won by 11, sorry. And his big guys, listen, Ryan Fitzpatrick, 34 points. Alvin Kamara, 13 points. DK Metcalf, 22 points. DJ Moore finally got in the end zone, 15 points. Kicker, 14 points. Only disappointment for him was Terry McLaurin, and that wasn't really fair because Washington has 3 guys who suck at throwing the ball. James Robinson's a little bit disappointed. I mean, you think he did better. He only got 4 points this week. But when you score 129, there's not too many guys that do too crappy on your team. Looking on the other side with all these great players, Jason Calder made a mistake. He took a risk, and he played, the hell is his first name? Smith. I'm clicking on him so I don't get it wrong, but Traquan Smith. He played Traquan Smith over Devontae Parker. If he plays Parker, he wins, but he played Traquan Smith. So, live and learn. Josh Allen, worst game of the year, 2 turnovers. But man, some of those passes, he looked really good. But 19 points for him. Kareem Hunt, 15 points. Jonnu Smith, 16 points. Robert Woods, 13 points. Zeke Elliott, 22.5 points. And Zeke Elliott is getting ready to go ham. Like, without Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott's going to be king. Middle linebacker, 10.5. Like, so both teams put up real good days. Real good days. Just that one mistake. The biggest disappointment was Traquan Smith. He only had 8 yards. Otherwise, defense is kicking people's butt this year. So lots of good individual scoring players, but not like big weeks for your whole defense overall yet. So I'm sure the guys who are going to win games will figure that out moving forward. But Devin White's going to be a free agent here come 12 hours from now. So if you want him, if you want a guy named Devin on your team, he'll be out there. Otherwise, like I said, 4-2 this week. I'm going to give the fantasy MVP to Fitzmagic because I like him. I would have gave it to Claypool, but no one has Claypool. Probably till tomorrow. Yeah, and the fantasy bust of the week is Jimmy G. So sometime, maybe tomorrow night, I'll do the preview. But, 0-5. Selling the farm. Might beat Spencer this week, though. Talk to you guys tomorrow.